What if I told you that the most advanced military transport aircraft in service today doesn't come from the United States, Russia, or even Europe's aerospace giants? Instead, it comes from Brazil. Today, we're diving deep into the Embraer C-390 Millennium, the tactical airlifter that's rapidly changing the global military transport landscape. I'm going to show you exactly why air forces from the Netherlands to Hungary are lining up to get their hands on this Brazilian marvel. Stick around to see how this aircraft is redefining what's possible in military logistics and why it might just be the most versatile military transport ever built. Before we get into the details, if you're new here, welcome to AirPower Insight. I'm your guide through the complex world of military aviation. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming content on cutting-edge military aircraft. Let's start with some breaking news. Just this week, the Dutch government placed an order with Embraer for a roll-on, roll-off aeromedical evacuation system for their C-390 Millennium fleet. This new capability further expands the versatility of the C-390, allowing it to be rapidly converted for medical evacuation missions. But this is just the latest development in what's becoming an impressive global success story. The C-390 Millennium represents something remarkable. The first time a nation outside the traditional aerospace powerhouses has developed a world-class military transport aircraft. Embraer, Brazil's aerospace champion, began development of the C-390 in the early 2000s with a clear vision: create a jet-powered tactical airlifter that could outperform turboprop competitors like the C-130 Hercules in speed, range, and payload capacity. Brazil's Air Force needed a replacement for their aging C-130 fleet, but instead of simply purchasing American aircraft, they made a bold decision to develop their own. The gamble has paid off spectacularly. The C-390 took its first flight in 2015 and entered service with the Brazilian Air Force in 2019. Since then, it's attracted orders from Portugal, Hungary, the Netherlands, Austria, the Czech Republic, and most recently, South Korea. So what makes the C-390 so special? Let's break down its technical capabilities. First, it's powered by two Air Force. The Netherlands ordered 5 C-390s in 2022 to replace their aging C-130 Hercules fleet. What's particularly interesting about this acquisition is that Fokker Services Group has recently gained accreditation as a military design organization from the Dutch Defense Ministry. This accreditation clears Fokker to conduct modification work on the C-390 for the Royal Netherlands Air Force. According to Fokker Services co-CEO Roland van Dijk, we are uniquely positioned to make a significant contribution to the defense of European airspace by bringing our integrated capabilities in design, airworthiness, and maintenance to bear in service of the RNLAF. The Dutch acquisition is significant because it represents a NATO country choosing the Brazilian aircraft over American or European alternatives. The Netherlands conducted a thorough evaluation before selecting the C-390, and their decision has influenced other European nations to take a serious look at the aircraft. What makes the C-390 particularly attractive to air forces around the world is its multi-mission capability. Let's explore some of the roles this aircraft can perform. First, tactical airlift. The C-390 can transport troops, vehicles, and cargo to forward operating bases, even those with limited infrastructure. Second, humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. The aircraft's speed allows it to quickly deliver aid to disaster zones, and its ability to operate from semi-prepared runways means it can access areas where infrastructure has been damaged. Third, aerial refueling. When equipped with the appropriate systems, the C-390 can serve as a tanker, extending the range of fighter jets and other aircraft. Fourth, medical evacuation. As demonstrated by the recent Dutch order, the C-390 can be configured for aeromedical evacuation, with the ability to transport patients in critical condition. Fifth, search and rescue. The aircraft's range and endurance make it well-suited for maritime patrol and search and rescue operations. And finally, special operations support. The C-390's speed, range, and defensive systems make it ideal for supporting special operations forces in hostile environments. This versatility is a key selling point for air forces with limited budgets, as it allows them to perform multiple missions with a single aircraft type, reducing training and maintenance costs. To truly understand the C-390's impact, we need to compare it with its main competitors. The most obvious comparison is with the Lockheed Martin C-130J Super Hercules, which has been the gold standard for tactical airlifters for decades. The C-130J has a proven track record, with thousands of aircraft delivered to air forces around the world. It's reliable, versatile, and has an extensive support network. However, the C-390 offers several advantages. It's faster, has a longer range, and can carry similar payloads. The jet engines provide better performance at high altitudes and in hot conditions where turboprops can struggle. Another competitor is the Airbus A400M Atlas, which bridges the gap between tactical and strategic airlifters. The A400M can carry heavier loads than the C-390 and has a longer range. However, it's also significantly more expensive, both to purchase and operate. The C-390 offers a more cost-effective solution for air forces that don't need the A400M's strategic airlift capabilities. What about the Ukrainian N-178? This aircraft is similar in concept to the C-390, with jet engines and a focus on tactical airlift. However, the N-178 has struggled to gain traction in the market, partly due to the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, and partly due to concerns about long-term support. The C-390, backed by Embraer's global support network, offers a more reliable option. Let me ask you a question. Which of these competing aircraft do you think poses the biggest threat to the C-390's market success? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. The C-390's success represents a significant shift in the global defense industry. Traditionally, advanced military aircraft have come from a small number of countries, primarily the United States, Russia, and European nations like France and the UK. Brazil's entry into this exclusive club demonstrates that emerging economies can develop world-class defense technology. This has geopolitical implications as well. By developing the C-390, Brazil has reduced its dependence on foreign suppliers for critical defense capabilities. Other nations purchasing the C-390 similarly diversify their supply chains, reducing their reliance on traditional suppliers. The market potential for the C-390 is substantial. Many nations around the world are operating aging C-130 fleets that will need replacement in the coming years. Embraer estimates a potential market of over 700 aircraft in this segment over the next 2 decades. Beyond the initial sales, there's significant potential for long-term support contracts, upgrades, and modifications. The recent Dutch decision to have Fokker Services modify their C-390S demonstrates the economic benefits that can flow to countries that adopt the platform. Despite its impressive capabilities, the C-390 does face some challenges. As a relatively new platform, it doesn't have the decades of operational experience that the C-130 can claim. This can make conservative air forces hesitant to adopt it. Additionally, the aircraft's reliance on jet engines, while providing performance advantages, does mean it consumes more fuel than turboprop alternatives. This can be a consideration for air forces operating with tight budgets. The C-390 also faces political challenges. The United States has significant diplomatic influence and often encourages allies to purchase American equipment. This can make it difficult for Embraer to compete in certain markets, particularly those with close security ties to the U.S. There's also the question of industrial participation. Many countries require defense contractors to provide offset agreements, where a portion of the contract value is invested back into the purchasing country's industry. Embraer has been flexible in this regard, as demonstrated by the partnership with Fokker in the Netherlands, but this adds complexity to sales campaigns. Looking to the future, what can we expect from the C-390 program? Embraer is already working on enhancements to the platform, including improved defensive systems and increased connectivity with other military assets. One particularly interesting development is the potential for unmanned operations. While the C-390 is currently a piloted aircraft, the advance of autonomous technology could eventually lead to optionally piloted or even fully autonomous versions for certain missions. There's also potential for specialized variants. We've already seen the development of the KC-390 tanker variant, but there could be electronic warfare, maritime patrol, or airborne early warning versions in the future. The success of the C-390 could also pave the way for Embraer to develop other military aircraft. The company has already hinted at the possibility of developing a new military trainer to replace aging fleets around the world. The adoption of the C-390 by NATO countries has significant strategic implications. It demonstrates that the alliance is willing to look beyond traditional suppliers for critical capabilities, potentially increasing competition and driving innovation. For the United States, the C-390's success represents both a challenge and an opportunity. While it competes with American products like the C-130J, it also uses American engines and many American components, supporting jobs and expertise in the U.S. aerospace industry. For Brazil, the C-390 represents a major achievement in its efforts to develop a domestic defense industry. The aircraft has become a symbol of national pride and technological prowess, demonstrating that Brazilian engineering can compete on the world stage. I'm curious, do you think more countries should develop their own military aircraft like Brazil has? Or is it more efficient to purchase from established manufacturers? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. To truly understand the C-390 market for decades to come. The aircraft's impact extends beyond its technical capabilities. It represents a shift in the global defense industry, with emerging economies like Brazil demonstrating their ability to develop world-class military technology. This trend is likely to continue, with countries like India, South Korea, and Turkey investing heavily in their domestic defense industries. For aviation enthusiasts and defense analysts, the C-390 is a fascinating case study in how innovative design and a focus on customer needs can disrupt even the most established markets. It's a reminder that in aviation, as in other fields, past performance is no guarantee of future success, and today's newcomers can become tomorrow's leaders. As we've seen throughout this analysis, the C-390 Millennium is more than just another military transport aircraft. It's a symbol of Brazil's technological ambition, a challenge to established aerospace powers, and a versatile platform that's changing how air forces think about tactical airlift. What do you think about the C-390? Is it truly the game changer I've described, or are there aspects I've overlooked? Let me know in the comments below, and if you've enjoyed this deep dive into the C-390 Millennium, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might be interested. If you want to see more content like this, analyzing the most advanced military aircraft and defense technologies, make sure you're subscribed to AirPower Insight and have notifications turned on. We have exciting videos coming up on the latest fighter jets, unmanned systems, and aerospace innovations that you won't want to miss. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. From AirPower Insight, signing off.